Next up, Maddie, performing dive 104C. Front 2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Charlie on deck. Judges scores. 4 and Maddie, performing dive 5122D. Front somersault with 1 full twist in the 3 position, degree of difficulty 1.9. Scores. 4.5, 4, 3.5, 3, 4. Next up, Charlie, performing dive 302C. 5, 5.5, 5, 4.5, 5. Next up, Maddie, performing dive 401B. Inward dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Judges scores. 6.5, 7, 7. Next up, Charlie, performing dive 201.5, 5, 6, 5. Next up, Maddie, performing dive 203C. Back 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.0. Judges scores. 4, 5, 4, 4, 4. Next up, Maddie, performing dive 303C. Reverse 1 and 1/2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.1. Judges scores. 4, 1.5, 4, 4. Next up, Charlie, performing dive 103C. Front 1 high, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4. Next up, Maddie, performing dive 103B. Front 1 and 1/2 somersaults in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores. 4 1/2, 5, 5, 5, 4 1/2. Next up, Charlie, 4, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 4. Next up, Maddie, performing dive 201B. Back dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores. 5, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5. Next up, Maddie, performing dive 5231D. Back 1 and 1/2 somersaults with 1/2 twist in the 3 position, degree of difficulty 2.1. Judges scores. 3 1/2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Next up, Charlie, performing dive 5111A. 2, 4, 2 1/2. Next up, Maddie will be performing dive 5132D. Front 1 and 1/2 somersaults with 1 full twist in the 3 position. Degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores. 3 1/2, 3 1/2, 3, 4, 3 1/2. Next up, Charlie will be performing 4 bingo. Next up, Maddie performing dive 403C. Inward 1 and 1/2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores. 4, 3 1/2, 2 1/2, 4, 3 1/2. Next up, Charlie performing dive 104C. Next up, Maddie performing dive 301B. Reverse dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Judges scores. 4 1/2, 5, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 4. Next up, Charlie performing